Hello and welcome to the Penalty Box.
If you are firm and you are sure that you can move and you can score, here's the ball, there's the net, double, kick it, ready, set.
Welcome back, I'm Peter Clottey, and we all know the Germans came up tops, defeating Argentina in Brazil to win the 2014 World Cup hosted by Brazil, I should put it that way. Now, guys, the Germans are known as the most competent team, the most efficient team, some people say, during this World Cup. Do you agree?
I agree. I think getting into the World Cup in the beginning, it seemed like that was the difference between the Germans and some of these other teams compared to Brazil or even Argentina. I mean, when you mention one or two players, Germany was the team that basically is described a team. And that's what it takes, a team to win a World Cup.
I agree. They were the most consistent from the beginning to the end. I mean, they had some bad moments, like against Ghana. They were not brilliant against the US team. But overall, I think they showed the best teamwork. They had a very good bench, very good quality, young players who will still be around in 4 years. So I think they deserve the title.
That's the scary part. I mean, the German team is not one of the older teams in the tournament. They're going to have a lot of players that are going to be coming back in 4 years. And they've already won one. It had been a long time. I didn't realize how long it had been since Germany had won a World Cup. It had been a pretty long time. And it had one time since they had a trophy. But they're going to be even scarier in 4 years, more experience. They've all had World Cup experience.
Apart from the goal scorer of all time, Klose, all of them pretty much will come back. But let's look at what they were able to achieve. First European country to break the jinx of winning a World Cup in South America. I mean, what more can they do?
I'm not really I don't believe in that jinx stuff. It just happens. I mean, it's just something that you separate. It's like something extra to talk about. To me, it doesn't really matter.
Since it doesn't matter, what about Messi winning the best player of the tournament?
I might be one of the few people to say that Messi should have gotten that best player. I don't think he did anything. I mean, look, despite the few goals that he scored at the end of most of those matches, that they were actually pretty crucial. And if they had tied, I mean, it could have changed the whole outcome of the group stage. But you expect that from him. I mean, he's such a difference maker. You're looking at Messi. I mean, you compare him to any of those players, single-handedly, one by one, face to face, whatever, he would win easily. But in this tournament, he didn't do much. I don't think he didn't wow me.
No, I agree completely. And I'm always for teamwork, and I always think that teams are the one to beat. It's easy to cover Messi with two players sometimes, covering him here and there, and he's gone. So Germany showed us how it's supposed to be done. He was basically invisible.
And Maradona actually called the Golden Ball a marketing award. His words. Maradona said that.
Right.
Which he didn't take anything away from Messi by saying that. He said he would give Messi heaven if he could. But he simply said that the award itself is relatively meaningless because it is simply for marketing purposes. And when you're putting a face for marketing purposes for the World Cup, giving the Golden Ball to Messi makes sense. That's not to say he didn't have a pretty good tournament. But, there are arguments for other players.
Now, let me come to you with this. Brazilian supporters were so happy that Germany won because some people say it would have been the greatest insult for their arch rivals or enemy to win the World Cup in Brazil, especially when they lost 7-1 to Germany. The supporters of Argentina were making so much noise and making fun of them. What do you say about that? They were quite happy in spite of their flop.
Of course, the problem with that, Brazil needed something to save face. I mean, they really played poorly against Germany. They did not play well in the third-place game against the Netherlands. They got blown out in that game. They needed something. The final insult would have been if Argentina won the World Cup in their soil. It didn't happen. So it's pretty significant that it didn't. So I think a lot of World Cup fans from Brazil will be able to look at this and say, well, at least there's that. We avoided total disaster.
Now they only have to pay bills for the World Cup.
You know what?
A lot of bills.
Before the finals, the Argentinian fans were saying that now winning the World Cup in Brazil will be equal to 3. or if they had won, it would be 3 times, so they would have been equal with Brazil. But now you have Italy and of course Germany.
Where'd you get that from?
Having 4, winning 4. Now you have probably German. Who knows? They can
Well,
come
they
up
had
with
their
another
chances.
one. Right.
They missed some very good opportunities.
Unbelievable
to score a goal.
chances. I mean, look, Argentina was definitely, the better team. Well, in my opinion, they were the better team because they created more chances. They defended way better than Germany.
I disagree.
I beg
Well,
to
hold on
differ.
a second. A couple of reasons. Look, there was a couple of flops here and there when Argentina had the ball and they were attacking. Some of these defenders, like you saw Hummels with that header, and then Palacio had the Chester, and he could have easily scored that chip, right? Come on, that was easily a defense mistake. But I understand. Don't bring up the goal. I understand. You guys are gonna kill me with that goal. Look, I understand. But look, the 90-minute when we were watching, to me, Argentina was a better team because they played better defense and they had more chances. If one of those chances was a goal, that was the difference maker. They could have easily won. That's my opinion. But Germany ended up surviving.
That is the rule of the game. You have to survive and score a goal.
You have to score a goal.
That's the whole point.
You don't have to explain
now
that to me.
You cannot cry because of spilled milk, right?
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Exactly.
I'm not crying for Argentina at all. All
Hakim.
I'm saying is this.
Hakim.
Yes, sir.
The Germans came up tops because they were the most efficient team. It's as simple as that.
As simple as
I
that.
mean, tactically, Joachim Low appeared to have his tactics right. I mean, in spite of all the challenges that came, I mean, he had it right.
And the thing that we have to notice, the teams who were most successful, they were playing with no recognizable forwards.
Right.
They played like this fake attacker. Germany is a very good example, and I think maybe this is the death of that classical number 9,
Right.
as they say. And obviously, that system works very well when you have a kind of offensive midfielder as a forward, so you basically have one more person in the midfield who can score a goal.
So now we have 4 more years, Russia. We'll see who will get there. This is about all time will permit us for today. Thanks again for joining us in the penalty box. I'm Peter Clotty. Bye for now.
Dribble, kick it, dribble, kick it, dribble.